my channel again, or if you're new, thank you for coming to my channel. Today I've had a lot of people ask me about the turtles. I'm not sure which turtle they're wanting me to show them, so I'm going to show you. I had already poured this when they asked me, so what I did was here on this one, I poured some alcohol ink. It's by Verdant. It's a glitter accent. It's green, but it has glitter in it. It's sort of like the Marabou alcohol inks that are very, they have glitter in them. So they have a glittery effect. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a glittery effect in there. And all I did was I put that little green in there, and then I added a couple of drops of the Bombay teal ink to create this turquoise looking glittery effect. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, I'd already poured that. So now I want to do, I want to show you what I'm going to do with these other turtles. The bigger turtle mold that Julie sells, they're available now on Amazon, thank goodness. But she turned us on to this fantasy film. It is from artglitter.com. I'm going to be using Spring Morning and Blue Nile, and the effects of this are amazing. But I have a little bamboo board here that's heat proof, so that because I'm gonna be using my heat gun on it, and I'll show you what happens when you put a little heat on it. Better get a stick so that because it does tend to want to fly away when it starts doing what it does, and you'll see what it does. If you haven't watched Julie, then and this is your first time, you'll see what it does. It creates its own little texture. So I'm going to turn it on low and kind of put the heat around it, not too close, but not real far away either. And you see it's starting to get a ripply effect on it. When it does that, you can just pull it back out. And when you put the heat to it, it will release it again. It tries to fly away there. It'll release it again. There we go. Whoop. I do it with a stick because it can get hot on your fingers underneath this heat gun. This little bitty piece. I had a bigger piece last time. I didn't have this much issue with it. But if it does this and it won't come out, you can always use it for something else. But this piece is a little bigger than what I needed anyway, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to just continue to blow it, maybe not get so close to it, but it will blow away. Anyway, what I'm wanting it to do is it does its own little texture. It creates its own little texture. It is a pain in the honey to do this, but I guarantee you the results are amazing. Okay. Alright, we're going to leave that one over there to the side, and then we're going to work on this one called the Blue Nile. Let's see what we can get this one to do. I'm not doing very good at this, I'm sorry. There's always a day that it does what you want it to do, and then a day that it doesn't do what you want it to do. Pull it away from it a little bit more, maybe that'll help. Goodness. Just wanting to give me all kinds of problems today. Anyway, you can pull it back out. And like I said, I did make it a little bit bigger than what I needed, so it's not going to be a big deal if I have to cut a piece off of it. So we'll see how that works. Okay. Should just clip it to this board. Should have some clips. Might be. It is a little bit flabbergasting to get it where you want it. Be very careful with the heat gun so that you don't burn yourself with it. It does get hot. Okay. All right. I'm a little happy with that, and like I said, it's going to be plenty of the big size that I need for this turtle. Plenty big. Okay. I'm also going to, I think I'm going to put that in there, but I'm also going to be using it for this crystal mold that I have. I got this from JD's Art. She has some really cool molds, and because it's a little bit bigger and you want to cut it down, you can come in here and put you a little thing to where you know where you need to cut it, and then you can cut it inside that line so that it'll fit in there, and you can remove the black line so you won't have that on there. I only know how to do this because Julie Cuts from Pouring Your Heart Out showed us how to do this. Thank you, Miss Julie. Y'all need to watch her do that. She does amazing things over there, I'm telling you right now. All right. And keep your little pieces because you can cut them up and use them. Most definitely. All right, that's going to be big enough for that. Okay. Now, to get this, I'm going to want to cut it right in here. Our little things and put them in a little bag I have over here. All right. Okay. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So, also, I'm going to do one of these turtles like I do with the other one, which is I'm going to do some iridescent ink with this to make a little bit teal. On that. Then I got these new molds from Temu. They are so adorable. This is a tulip that I went in and did the mica powder in it, and I'm going to be pouring that. And this is a calla lily, my favorite flower. and I dusted it with mica powders already, so I'm going to be pouring that. I did it with Nick Pro. I used purple, silvery white, and yellow, and then moss green for the green. And then I have this other new flower here that I put some moss green in that, and I'm going to be putting I'm going to dust this with holographic glitter. And then these two here are so cute. They're little bitty flowers. I'm not sure if they're mini sunflowers. They almost look like it, but I'm not real sure. But I really love doing flowers because I like to put them on glass. I know y'all have seen my other videos, but I'm going to paint the middle of it with a brown mica powder, and then I'm going to be mixing up another color to pour in it. I think that I want to do a combination. This one is a glitter violet blue green. It's sort of like a very iridescent. It's very iridescent, but it's glittery. But it comes out to a bluish, a violet blue green when you're. But it's really not dark. It's a really light pastel. So anyway, we're gonna be putting some of that into one of our resin things. But first, I'm gonna have to mix up some resin. So I'll be back when I get that mixed up. Okay, we're back. And then I got to thinking, some of you may have never seen the holographic glitter. They're from Let's Resin, and they're holographic glitters. They are so awesome, and they're so gorgeous. And I just take this, and it flies everywhere, so be very prepared for that. And you just want to get in there and paint it around and let it do what it's going to do, because it'll attach to the mold big time. It's like a magnetized, but boy, it flies everywhere, so be very, very careful. And we're putting pink in there. Okay, so that's that. And we have that. Put that there. Okay, so for the tulip and the calla lily and these other ones, I'm going to be mixing some black mica in here because I want the colors to pop on it. And what I do is I use just plain old acrylic paint. A lot of people use different things. You can use alcohol, black alcohol ink. You can use black mica powder. You can use whatever your heart's desire. I just use plain old black acrylic. It does the trick. I put a little bit in there. Make sure you do not put over 10%. And then just mix it up. Make sure you mix it very well. So we have that. I'm going to pour some clear into this crystal mold. It's going to be just clear resin because of the paper that I'm going to be putting behind it. And then this little turtle here, on these baby turtles, I don't do a whole lot with them, like the rocks and the legs and the arms and flippers. I just put clear resin in there because I want the glittery body to be the hero. So we'll have this. black. Mixed up really well. You can use lots of things for colors to your resin. I've even used model paint, car model paint, to get that real shiny chrome and stuff that you can get from that model paint. You just have to be careful not to put more than 10% into your mold, into your resin, or it will not cure right. Let that go where it wants to. I just really love these new calla lilies and that tulip mold that I got from Temu. They definitely surpassed my expectations, most assuredly. Most definitely. A little bit of black left, and I always have a flower mold handy. I'll make some black flowers to contrast. I always, if I have more, I always have a mushroom mold handy, and I put the leftover resin in that mushroom mold and make psychedelic mushrooms. And I'm not talking about the ones that get you high. I'm talking about colored wise. There are mushrooms out there you can eat that kind of make you want to run around behind little animals, I think. But anyway, so we'll do that. All right, set you over to the side. All right, so now we're going to put some of this Verdant alcohol ink with it's a glittery green. We're going to put it in here. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. And then I'm going to take the teal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to stir this up. Make sure you stir it up really good because the alcohol inks can definitely streak if you don't get them mixed well. And those little streaks will show up in your project. Isn't it pretty? Alright, so we're going to pour this in here. Alright. I'm going to go overflow here. I'm definitely one that makes a mess most of the time. I am a messy resin artist, but that's okay. No big deal. And I found this other paper that I had already cut out for this thing here, and I'm going to put that on that instead of that other one. And I'm going to take that other one and I'm going to trim it up a little bit. And I'm going to let it go into this turtle. Now, so I do have extra resin left. So we're going to throw this puppy on here and give me a turquoise flower. And the rest of it will go in the mushroom. See the bubbles coming up on that. Don't like to waste resin, so I always have something to pour it in. Alright, seeing that stick off, and let's give this a little bit of a torch. I finally found a refillable baby lighter. I know I told y'all a little bit about the baby lighters that I get from the gas station. Well, I found one that's refillable. Yay. Oh, I did a lot of overflow on that one. Okay, now on this guy, we're going to do the, get you out of the way. Pull you over out of the way. Rest of this resin in this cup. I don't like to mix the colors in my mixing cup because it's hard to get those glittery things out, and if I don't want glitter in the next one, I definitely don't want to have to fight that out of there. So I don't like to mix colors up in my mixing bowls. Alright, so now we're going to take this glitter violet blue green, and I just kind of squirt this a little bit because it's definitely an iridescent. It's really pretty. I'll show you. It really turns out really pretty. It's sort of like a galaxy. Can you see that on the side of the cup? Sort of like a galaxy. You can see the purple, the blue in there. I hope you can see it. Anyway, so we're going to pour that in this turtle. These little bubbles come up a lot on these flower molds because of the intricacies of the flowers in there. And I do have my curing machine. I'm going to be putting, I can't put all of these in the curing machine, but the ones that I can put in there, I'm going to put in there, and so that I'll have them back in 3 hours. And because I have too many on my table here, I tend to have too many projects going on, I believe. But But it's so exciting when it comes to demolding time. You got all these projects you can demold. Makes it really cool. So I've got some of that iridescent left. I'm going to put it into this flower. Probably have a little bit more than this flower left, which I do. So let's make a couple of turtles. Sorry that my mold is dirty. I just demolded some green turtles out of there this morning and I haven't had a chance to clean it. These are my Druzy turtles. I believe I got that mold from JD's Art too as well. And when this cures a little bit, I'll come back and pour some resin on the back of that. I think I want to make that resin come around that just a little bit. Around the edges. There we go. There we go. This is going to be really pretty. This is going to be awesome. I will show you the effects of this. I did it crystal. Let me grab it. I did a crystal in this color. I did this crystal in this color. See? You put that that holographic paper in there. It's called dichrotic paper. You put that in there, look at the effect. Is that not awesome? I know you can't see it as well as the beauty of it. It is just gorgeous. Anyway, so it'll be really cool to see these three things come back to demold, because that's the effect that paper gives it. So I will. And these turtles, I'm going to put them in my curing machine so that I can cure them enough to where I can finish them off and put the fill the arms and stuff, so that when we get ready to demold everything, we can demold everything at one time. So anyway, I will see you when it's time to demold. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's demolding time. We got all these plethora of goodies. I can't wait to demold them. Let's go from little to big. So we got the little flowers that I painted with holographic glitters. Aren't they gorgeous? Gorgeous. They're just so pretty. Can't wait to put them on glass. And then this is one of my newer molds. That holographic glitter just really takes it to another level, doesn't it? I guess you're seeing those good. Yeah, you're seeing those good. And then this one's just a turquoise. Black. Everybody likes a black rose, right? Turquoise. Oh, got a little overspill on this one. I'm going to clean this little puppy up a little bit. And then this one is that iridescent. It's got a little bit of blue and green colors in it. I'll have to cut that off. It'll come off with this little nibblers. Just take those little nippers and it takes that over pour out off there pretty good. I'll clean it up after a while. Then we have our little turtles. They were done with that iridescent. These are the Druzy turtles. Got a little heavy-handed on him too. I have to clean him up too. But I love these Druzy turtles. I make magnets out of those, and they just turn out really pretty. And here's our new baby turtle. Made with the turquoise, and see the little glittery specks in him. And he's so cute. You gotta love turtles. And then this is one of the new flowers. The tulips. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the intricate detail of that mold. It's just beautiful how it's just so detailed. You can get in there and dust them, and just gorgeous. And I got that mold from Temu. And I got this mold from Temu as well. This is my calla lily mold. Look how pretty! Look how beautiful three-dimensional that is. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. Alright, let's see how our fantasy film, I think this one was just the dichrotic paper that I had. Let's see how this one came out. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. How pretty. Alright. Now for the fantasy film, because we put fantasy film in these guys. Fixing to find out how that came out. Anxious to see how this one came out. Are we ready? Hang on a minute. I got a little piece of something on there. Had a bubble on that, I think. Anyway. Alright. Ready? Let's see. Well, it kind of, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to do. I'm a little disappointed. But you can still see some really, really pretty colors in there. I'll have to put that on a light and see how that does. So let's see how this one did. I think I did this one clear, so maybe it's a little different. It might come out a little different since I did the torso in a clear. It's a little hard to get out today. Come on, there we go. All right. So we did this torso in a clear, so we should be able to see that fantasy film a little better. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, that turned out a lot better. Yep, I like that one. I like it. I liked the other one I did. I did another turtle with the fantasy film, and I did rocks in him a couple of days back, and he came out really pretty too. So you definitely need to have a clear body. Don't put any color in the body if you're going to do the fantasy films and stuff, so that it'll come out, and then you can put the color in the bottom or the rocks. But he came out really pretty too, like this one. He came out pretty. And that one. Very pretty. Very pretty. And that's how I do those turtles. That's how I put them together. And the little baby turtle, he turned out really pretty. So, well, I really thank you for coming back to my channel. The next project I do, I'm hoping to do something toward either Halloween or Christmas. I'm going to do it on glass. And so I'm excited to do that. So please come back and join me for my next video. And if you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And you can like my, click the like button and subscribe and help me grow my channel. So I hope that all of you are very blessed, and all your projects come out really well, and take care, and Lord bless you. Bye-bye.